absolutely brilliant playing by Joanna McGregor, whose birthday it is today. That was Scarlatti's keyboard sonata in E major. It's very nearly 6 o'clock. Coming up after the news, we'll have more live music from the Balafon from Kodaleka Musa. I'll be joined by cellist Gabriella Swallow and guitarist Alexandra Whittingham. They're both playing live for us as well, and we'll be talking all things Lake District Music Festival with its artistic director, Stephen Threlfall, as well. Don't forget, at 7 o'clock, it's Classical Mixtape, and then at 7:30, the concert tonight comes from York Minster, where the 16 and their conductor, Harry Christophers, perform a choral pilgrimage as part of the York Early Music Festival. And there's music by Hildegard of Bingen and Arthur Peart and John Taverner and Anna Klein. So that will be a beauty of a concert, I have absolutely no doubt. But now, you're listening to Radio 3. It's 6 o'clock and it's time for the news, read by Kelsey Bennett.
4 Labour MPs who voted against the government's welfare reforms have been suspended from the parliamentary party. The Labour whip has been removed from Rachel Maskell, Neil Duncan Jordan, Brian Leishman and Chris Hinchcliffe. Miss Maskell, who represents York Central, said she could not just stand by and do nothing.
I come here to speak up for my constituents, to stand for disabled people. I was a physio in a former life and, I've always fought for people who have disadvantage in our country. So, of course, when it came to a fact that people are going to have a lot of money taken off them, be pushed into poverty, of course I was going to be their advocate.
3 other MPs, Rosina Allen Khan, Bel Rabiro Adi and Mohammed Yassin, have also been disciplined, losing their jobs as trained envoys. The Conservatives said the announcement was an attempt by Labour to distract from yet another surge in inflation. Sir Keir Starmer says there are serious questions for former Conservative ministers to answer after details of Afghans seeking to flee the Taliban were leaked. The database had almost 19,000 people on it and was released by an official from the Ministry of Defence in 2022. What happened was covered by a court order until it was lifted yesterday. Israel has stepped up its attacks on Syria, launching airstrikes near the presidential palace and the defense ministry in the capital, Damascus. The Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said they were protecting the minority Druze community and aiming to eliminate pro-government forces accused of attacking them. The US envoy to Syria has called on all parties to step back from violence. A review has concluded that the counter-radicalisation scheme PREVENT needs to rapidly adapt. The independent PREVENT Commissioner, Lord Anderson, looked into the cases of the Southport killer Axel Rudakabana and Ali Harbi Ali, who stabbed the MP Sir David Amos. Both had been referred to PREVENT before carrying out knife attacks. 4 people have been bailed pending further inquiries after they were arrested in connection with the cyber attacks against Marks and Spencer, the Co-op and Harrods. The 3 men and 1 woman, who are aged between 17 and 20, were taken into custody last week. The chief executive of the world's biggest spirits manufacturer, Diageo, has stepped down. Deborah Crew had been in the role for 2 years. Diageo's brands include Johnnie Walker Whiskey and Smirnoff Vodka. The company has been struggling with falling sales, particularly in Latin America. A rare oil portrait of Mahatma Gandhi has been sold for more than £150,000 at auction in London. The piece by Claire Leighton is believed to be the only portrait he sat for. Experts at Bonhams had expected the painting to fetch between £50,000 and £70,000. And the weather, a mostly dry and clear night, but there could be some showers over Wales and the southwest of England. It'll be warm, with temperatures not dropping below 20 Celsius in London, 17 in Cardiff and 15 in Edinburgh and Belfast. That's the BBC News and Weather at 6:03.
Kelsey, thank you so much. You're listening to In Tune. I'm Katie Derham. This is Radio 3. We've got more live music coming up from Kodaleka Musa after this by Tchaikovsky.